Hey, everybody. Let's test 1, 2, 3, as we say. Let's test 1, 2, 3, y'all. If you're here, come on in and let's join this today to meet our new indie fam and positivity posse member, Gayle Donnelly from Hudson Valley, New York. Boy, we've had some incredible interviews today. We thank each and every artist that's able to come on and talk about the journey. Here at the Victor Brooks Show, Indie Fam, Instagram Indie Fam series, we're focusing on the artist and their journey. What's happening, Jay Sloak, Jonathan Slocum, ladies and gentlemen? It's an honor when you're able to join us, man. Yo, follow I Am Jonathan Slocum's page, ladies and gentlemen. A seasoned, I'm going to say, icon in the comedy arena. A man that has opened doors for many and his comedy speaks to what we need. I am Jonathan Slocum. We go back generations, man. Much love and much respect, ladies and gentlemen. Follow I am Jonathan Slocum. Will Wheaton, thank you, my brother, for your time earlier today. Thank you for your time. And you all, when you're able to join us live, we appreciate that. And we're honored by that. We're humbled by that. Sundays, that's a day when we have our positive selfishness. You dig? It's the time when we're able to do for most of us, what we want to do, right? And when you take your time to come on live, like so many others have done since we've been doing this, I thank you. And our bigger audience, the audience that really is the bigger viewing audiences from our recorded, when those of you who are able to come back and watch it here on the Instagram page at a later time, thank you for your time, for being able to do that. And today we have Gayle Donnelly, who'll be joining us today, an artist out of Hudson Valley, New York. When I see Gayle Donnelly, I'm going to bring her on. And let me tell you something, y'all. We're now moving into we're up to over 1,700 indie family members around the world. It's growing over in the past few months that we've been doing this. And like I mentioned, our bigger audience that watches the recorded. Everybody can't join live, but that's why we keep it here on the Instagram page, because for those during that week who are able to watch it and then you send me your emails, and I'm able to share those episodes around the world of these artists who are doing what they're doing, because we're talking about the artist and their journey, right? And I mean, some names we know, some names we don't know, but my passion is to spread the word of the artist, to get that artist out. When we're scrolling through on Instagram, right? And we see certain music things or artistic clips or sponsors that the artist has given us, and something feeds my soul, I follow. I encourage you to do the same thing. If you scroll through and you see an artist that is there that's giving you what you need, follow that artist, download that artist, support that artist, just as in Gayle Donnelly today, y'all. And we're moving these episodes to our YouTube channel, the Victor Brooks Show YouTube channel. Every episode that's been recorded here on Instagram, we are now going to our Victor Brooks Show YouTube channel that has already over 60 plus interviews of established artists. Some that we use the beloved phrase icons and legends that have joined us there for their stories. We're going to include now our Indie Fam series people, artists to that format as well. Oh, I see Lady Gayle Donnelly is here. But come on, y'all. And those of us, once again, who are able to do live, thank you. If you're not, we know you're watching on the recorded, and then you'll be checking it out on YouTube. And I'm shooting these episodes around the world, y'all. Just lighten it up, and I encourage you to keep doing the same thing. Let's pull Lady in. And Marcia, thank you so much. Muito obrigado, Marcia, por seu tempo hoje. Muito obrigado, our family in Brazil who's showing up. Hey, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Gayle?
Hello. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. It's a little faint. Yep, it's a little faint. Um, but we definitely can see you. The crystal clear video.
I can put myself on microphone.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
I can, no, can't hear you yet.
All right. Maybe I'm just all right, maybe I just need to come closer. Can you hear me now?
Mas tempo, muito obrigado, minha família de brasileira, por seu tempo hoje. Meu coração muito cheio agora, porque você tem tempo para nós hoje. Thank you, everybody in Brazil, our family in Brazil, for taking your time. My heart is full that you're able to join us today and meet our new artist. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because earlier when we finished our other guest today, our whole, I don't know whether it was Instagram or whether it was on my side, but it was just, and because I'm a dinosaur at this whole thing, I'm like pressing buttons and trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, Gloria Latini, muito obrigado, minha irmã. Muito obrigado, Gloria. Oh, Brazil's showing up today. Thank
hello.
you. Thank you. 17 at 7, Sananine, France. Thank you for what you're doing for the musicians out of France and Europe. Astrid has a phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen, Indie Fam Positivity Posse. You know Astrid. She's been doing her thing with 17 at 7 with the introduction of artists live and recording. Much respect to Astrid and the artist out of Saint-Denis, France. And she also has branched to Luanda, Angola with our previous guest, Toto, who joined us there. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, y'all.
The Toto?
Hey, what'd you say, Gayle?
I said the Toto?
Right. Well, it's a gentleman by the name of Toto, an artist named Toto
Oh,
out of Luanda, Angola. Yep.
nice.
Ooh, that sounded good. We heard you right there.
All right.
Oh, you coming in loud and clear, Gayle. You right on it right now. That's it.
I am not moving. I'm staying right
You sound like me. Yes, yes. Greetings from Rio de Janeiro. Thank you, Gloria. Muito obrigado. So right now we have Brazil here, we have France here, we have all of you, and of course here in the U.S., Patricia Bolton. Thank you so much for being here. Gayle, you're coming at us from Hudson Valley, New York.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
this your hometown? This is where it started for you?
Yeah, this is definitely the general area. I don't disclose where I am, but
Oh no, I can dig it. I can dig it. I got you. That's it. And you know, when I was telling the people before you came on, in my opinion, what can I say? You personify artistry. Artistry meaning the freedom of being who we are as artists, of being able to give that self-expression. Do you feel that way when it comes to your artistry and your expression as well?
yes, I do feel like I don't know. It's a hard thing to describe. I want to say it's like, it's like the place that I'm most myself. It is the place I feel like I have something to offer. Like,
Yes.
you know, now some people are really good at like handiwork or whatever. That's my thing. I want to get my experiences and whatever out there. I just feel like there's a way to make it relatable to everybody, no matter
Yeah.
what you're going through.
That's right. That's right. And one of my favorite posts of yours is you coming down the stairs and you say, "This is me. It's about whatever life has to throw at me. This is what I'm about." That
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
positiveness.
I think that sound actually went viral, but I'm like, I had to use the sound. It was just so great. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? Because I was just getting over COVID
Yeah.
and I had like just some other things going on. And I was like,
Mhm.
you know what? I got to just stick it to it. I'm like,
Yeah. 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 What keeps you sticking to it, Gayle, as an artist, especially in this industry? uh, Getting your expression out there? What keeps you keeping on?
um, well, you're right. It's not an easy business, and there is a lot. I just feel like, if you're not in music, you don't understand
Come on.
really what it entails. And, I've had people that were like, not in it and just kind of talk about me like some kind of prima
Okay.
donna, like some, like, oh, she's drama queen, whatever. I'm like,
Right,
no, this
right,
is
right.
what's going on. And
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
honestly, for me, I don't, I'm not quitting. I don't give up. That's not me. If it's
Yeah,
something that I really love, that you know,
yeah,
I'm gonna keep going.
yeah, yeah.
I love life too much too. It's like
Come
I
on, girl.
love life is art. Art is life,
Yes, yes,
you know?
yeah. Mm-hmm. And as an artist, come on now, you hit it right on the head. I co-sign 100%. If it's something, I believe that we had a discussion not too long ago with a group of, we just did a writing session, and it just started coming up that we said, look, are we, that old phrase, which came first, the chicken or the egg, whatever, are we born artists or do we evolve into the artist that we are? Is it something we really are born with, or is it something that ingredients are there and then we morph into this? Or, is to you, artistry, is it something that's just innately in us, or is that something that develops over time?
I think it depends on the situation. I really think that we're born with it. Like people who come out with it later in life, like maybe they are
Yeah.
born with it but just never knew it.
Come on. I like that. Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of things. Like I honestly, I had a lot of adversities growing up. I dealt with some, emotional abuse from
Hmm.
family, and
Hmm.
I was bullied a lot in school. And, you know, I mean, my mom was a rock, though. She still is a
Right.
rock for me.
Right on.
And
Right on.
she always saw that in me. And that's just, I know the kind of person I am. I was always that person, but I did shut myself down a little bit
Yeah.
because of these insecurities and these people.
Hmm.
And finally, at 34, I'm like, I just feel like I'm living my truth. I'm not afraid to speak my mind, and
Come on.
you know,
Come on. That's
yeah,
right. It's a thing, Patricia. I'm connecting with you even further on that too, because I can identify. I definitely can identify. And as an artist, it took me a while to really understand what it meant when they say artist, you're different people, you're different things, you think different, you look at life different. I was the kind of artist and I didn't know what that was like in elementary school. The kids would be taking a test, and I'm the one that's looking outside saying,
yeah,
wow, I wonder how long it's going to take that bird to fly over here because I'm in a whole nother thing. You dig? It's like another thing. And then I was ridiculed by it. That bully thing happened to me because I was part of that different crew that
yeah.
where you're thinking another way, right? When did it hit you that, what, I'm an artist and this is who I am? And then started to explore that.
I feel like I've always kind of known it. I mean,
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
Like, I remember being like 4 or 5 years old and saying, I want to be an artist when I grow up. And I was thinking like, because I love to draw, and I've always loved to draw, and I thought maybe it was something with like fine arts like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know, like I'm kind of like self-taught at the piano too, and um, like it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
all kind of came together with
Yeah.
that. It's like just something I
Hmm.
was always coming back to was music.
Wow.
So that artistry,
Yeah. It was just something that kept pulling you back to it, huh? Like
yeah.
it's something I can't get away from. And I remember the time of running away from. I ran away from,
Oh,
and even other artists and growing, even mentors in this whole artistry thing at 56. And I remember people who considered, legends or what have you, and they were like, "Oh, I ran away from it too." You do that because as an artist, I eventually learned that we can be our own worst critics at times. We can be the ones that are very hard on ourselves at times. We're very, passionate about what we feel as what this expression I want to say or what have you. But the vulnerability of an artist, what makes us vulnerable, what we have,
Mm.
it took me a while to realize and accept, Gail, that my vulnerability and what I feel I may not want to give or what have you, when I ended up crossing that bridge and writing those lyrics that were vulnerable to me, or on stage, I would give that thing, that connection that's vulnerable. It blew my mind, Gail, about how many people who were listening were fed from that. Where my vulnerability went out as an artist, and others were able to get something positive from that. What do you
Mm.
feel the vulnerability of an artist? Is that something we need to stay connected with as artists?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You need to stay vulnerable. You need to stay, it is a very emotion driven thing. And
Go
if you
ahead.
don't have
Yeah,
that, then what is it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Then what is it? What's your mission? What do you want to do with your artistry, Gail? What is it you want to give the world?
You know, it's funny because I started writing when I was about 12. And it really was just a way for me to, like, I always just loved music, always just resonated with it. And, um, like I remember being like in my room. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, so I'd be like in my bedroom, like making up these little like choreographies to Spice Girl
Right,
songs and
right on,
things,
right
and
on, right on.
by myself. And um, but like I didn't really like I wrote these songs when I was 12, and um, I just did it as a way to like sort of as an outlet.
Mm-hmm,
And then it just became like, you know what, I love this.
mm-hmm,
There's something so rewarding and so beautiful. It's just a beautiful process.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And, all I really want, I mean, I don't have to have like millions of followers. I don't have to, go viral
Yeah,
or anything like that.
yeah,
I want for just people to hear my messages and just resonate with it somehow. And, I want to bring a smile to someone's face. I want to be like, I want to make people cry. I want to be like,
I got
you
you.
know,
Yeah,
make them like, oh yeah, I'm feeling this right now with this situation. Oh yeah, I get
mm,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Art is
If
powerful,
it
isn't
can,
it, girl?
if it can save somebody, like honestly, I'm
Yeah,
always one of those people that when I make eye contact with somebody, when I'm out at the grocery store, wherever,
yeah.
I would smile. Like,
Yes,
you
that's right.
know, it could turn somebody's day around like that.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
with you. I'm with you. That's it. That's why we call it the power of positivity. Sometimes
mhm.
we're not like this 2 o'clock in the morning, late night. Yeah, life is that. I believe it. That's what I put. Like you just mentioned. And as an artist, I feel like you just said, if something, whatever is my pain, I want to share it now when I used to not want to do that. Because maybe in my sharing of that painful experience, somebody else is going to resonate with that. And then we're going to work together. In my joyful one, I want to share that one. In the time where I'm just living, dancing life, I want to share that one. Whatever our artistic sharing is, you did. And you put it perfectly. You put it perfectly. When you find yourself writing, what do you draw from in your songwriting, Gail? Like what draws you to get into that vibe? You're right, Patricia. Patricia Bolton says music is healing. That's right. You're right.
It's Patricia. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
In like so many ways. But so what drives my songwriting is God, anything.
Anything.
Anything
Yeah.
that, anything that just really speaks to me. Um,
Yeah.
like, I mean, it could be anything. I started like I have this I have books and books of like songwriting like ideas, even if just like
Go
one
ahead.
line or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Um, a lot of the time it's just even just having a conversation with somebody and um, you just happen to say something that sounds musical
Hmm.
or like a certain
Yeah.
play of
Yeah.
words. And I'm like, man, that would be a really awesome song. And that's where I'm Gonna Die on the Dance Floor came from, actually, because
Okay.
um, it's it's a song about okay, so it started as a like an inside joke between a friend of mine and me.
Okay.
And so um she's older. She's like what is she in her she's got to be like in her early 60s now. Like I used to, you know, she's like my other mother and
Gotcha.
just she's just cool. And so she went out dancing one night, she was telling me, and uh she just, this guy grabbed her and was spinning her around, and she doesn't really dance like that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she like fell to the floor because he was supposed to grab her and didn't. And then, she's like, oh my God, like she's rolling her eyes. She's sitting there like, oh my God, like this is ridiculous. I'm going to die on the dance floor. And I'm like, oh my God, I should write a song. And it was really like just a joke.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
then just the way the words were coming together, and I was inspired by stories she told me and things I've gone through. And
Right.
it just became about like, just go out, do your thing, have fun,
Mm.
live your life, and um, stop waiting around for people who don't give you the time of day that you
Come
deserve.
on, man. Come on.
You know,
That's right. That's right. Don't
it's
give
just,
it to them. Don't give it to them. That's right. And as an artist, though, what do you think like when you get, because as artists, all of us have gone through it. If they say they haven't, I don't believe they're telling the truth. But artists of any age, any genre, what have you, the comparison game that we can get into at times, especially now with social media, right? Like you just mentioned. And that was one of your first, you were so honest in saying that, I don't care if I have millions of followers or what have you, but some people really get into that comparison game of
mm,
art as pertains to their artistry and what they give the world. Give me your thoughts on that. I'm going to say quicksand of comparing yourself to another artist and what they're creating.
I gotta say, I mean, it's been a lot less these days, but it still happens from time to time. I'll be like,
Yes.
look at this person, like, what are they doing differently? Like, why are they doing so well and, getting such a
Mm-hmm.
great
Mm-hmm.
response to things? And,
Yeah.
but, or like, how come they have so many gigs and like I
Yeah.
don't, or
I
whatever.
got you. I
And,
got you. I got you.
you
Yeah.
know, and it's rare, but like, yeah, it's a very easy thing to get into. But then you just
Mm-hmm.
remember that we're all like every single one of us is different. It's
Yes.
not better or worse, it's different.
Come on. That's right. That's right.
I mean, yeah, maybe this girl has many more followers than me, or maybe she, whatever, and not just Instagram or whatever, but she has a lot of friends. Like maybe she just had
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
background, like, or
Yeah.
whatever. And, but that, like, I'm dealing with things that she's not. She's dealing with things I'm not.
Come
It's
on. Come on. Come on. There you go.
different things to write about and different things to
Mm-hmm.
to offer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Different
And
thing. And which means goes back to what, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and let me tell you something. This is something that I keep stressing. I don't know if I'm trying to think if we were following one another around International Women's Day, but I did this live stream um for that day, and I did like all my favorite like female artists and like a lot of the covers. That was like my
Mm-hmm.
tribute. I wish I could have contributed a little more,
Okay.
but here's the thing, like my ad for that, I was like, and I'm always saying it, like, especially, I guess it does happen like in a mainstream setting, but locally, I feel like there is this sort of competition among women.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been like that. I'm always the one that's like, hey girl, let's collaborate, let's do something. This could be
Right.
awesome.
Right.
And, I feel like it's not reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some jealousy, there's like
Mm-hmm.
this threatened feeling, and it doesn't sit right with me. I mean, I
Gotcha.
just love and admire what this girl does or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
threatened. I mean, maybe back in the day, like there were a lot of insecurities. I would have been like, oh my God, she's so much better than me. I couldn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, touche. I understand. Like I mentioned, a- as an artist, oh my goodness, especially when I started getting into the live gig thing, and
mm,
I said, okay. And when I started performing, and I said, okay, I got to follow this act, or oh, I got to go do this here, and that whole, like you mentioned, that insecurity, self-doubt thing, it can be good and terrible for us as artists, I believe, because the terrible side is what we just so honestly gave each other right now, which is it can affect us in that way. But the
mm,
good side, I believe, and later learned, is that it can push us to really find out more of the core of who we are as an
growth.
artist. Growth. There you go. And we put that growth, feed that growth in our whole vibe, and then go back and give them what we grew up with, what we're growing, what's adding to it. Growth, growth.
I mean, honestly, like, so I mentioned I am not afraid, like, to say my age. I probably, like, I'm 34. At
Right on.
54, 64, I will not be
Yeah.
afraid to say my age.
Go
That's,
ahead.
but,
Go ahead. There you go.
um, you know, yeah, I know people who are like, 16 and they've got, or 18 and they've got like a career, or like 21. I was nowhere near ready at 21, and now I know
Mhm.
that. I used to kind of like kick myself, like, oh, I should have been so much further and whatever. But
Mm.
I mean, now, if this was like 20 years ago, yeah, I would be like old to be getting in, or be in the music
I
scene.
got
And
you. I got you.
but that this is a lot more common now, and
Mhm.
that I really appreciate that, and see people in their 40s, 50s, like just starting their careers. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's amazing, beautiful. Like, I'm so happy for all these people that
Go
there
ahead.
is, especially social media has done so much good for that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, I think everything's just meant to happen when it's meant to
Mhm.
happen.
There you go. Meant to happen, how it's supposed to happen, and when it's supposed to happen. And
And
I
growth,
believe that's the only way, huh?
growth too. I mean,
It's it.
like, you
Yeah.
could, yeah, like you were saying before, like that insecurity could push you, but you have to be willing to push yourself, or well,
That's
you
right.
can't really force it.
That's right.
It just
That's right.
it happens.
Happens naturally. That was the old school soul. My boy, don't push it, don't force it, let it happen naturally. That's
Yeah.
it. And that's real. That's what we just and like you just said, we can equate that to across the board. We talked about the vulnerability as an artist. We talked about what fuels our passion of artistry, or what fuels our artistry. And then we even talked about what our fears are. We even talked about, but as you just said, it all boils down to that growth of an artist, what we use to keep on keeping on. Um, Personal style, finding your style, your own voice as an artist, right? Now, I
Mhm.
know we talked about comparing ourselves. Okay, we did that one, but the development, the importance of an artist finding their own style. When I grew up and being from Memphis, being from the capital of soul music and what have you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I had my Al Greens. I was too young to get into clubs, but I was able to carry the microphones, and they would say, now you stand back there
Uh,
and you can watch the show. So I was able to watch the Bobby Womacs and the Stax Records people doing their thing on Beale Street. And then, so I had people I pulled from, and I call it my wall of inspiration. I keep them around me, and the advice they gave, the things I watched them do on stage with. And I remember specifically, Al Green said, "Listen, when he saw me growing into my thing or what have you, said, yeah, we know you what, da da da, but you got to keep finding your own voice. You got to
mm.
keep finding your own style." How important is that to you? And what advice can you give other artists to say, it's about finding your voice?
It is everything. It is everything to me. You have
Hmm.
to be your own person. And yeah, like I'll do gigs and I get people saying like, "Oh, you sound like this one," or "Oh, do you do this? Oh, you have the voice for it." And it's like I'm always weird about comparisons because it's like it's to me it's just lazy. It's I
Gotcha.
don't know, categorize
Gotcha.
things. It's like,
Hmm.
you know, but I just think like whatever yourself looks like, even if it does sound like somebody else,
Yeah.
like I know that a lot of people were doing like the everyone was sounding like Amy Winehouse for a while
Right.
and
Right.
whatever.
Hmm.
And if that's what you really feel in your soul,
Yeah.
then cool.
Yeah.
But some people I think just are doing that because they think it's like the trendy thing to do and
Hmm.
don't
Hmm.
my advice is like don't pay attention to trends.
Yeah.
It's I mean, because trends go up and down. Everything comes
Come
back.
on. There you
And,
go.
even if you're not like in right now,
Yeah.
there can be a time for you.
Come on. That's
Just
right.
do you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
As
Yeah.
long as it makes you happy,
Uh-huh.
you know.
That's right. I know. I feel you, Gail. I knew it. I said, when I watched her videos or watched her clips, I said, man, she understands. She's got it. She knows what an artist goes through. And we,
Mhm.
artists can connect with that. We can feel that from another. I'm gonna just keep it real. I didn't feel a pretentiousness coming from your clips. I didn't feel a lights, camera, action coming from your clips. I felt real. I felt this is it. This is who she is. So then when I would go back and watch the live gig clips that you do, or even some of the ones where you would just talk and give that, artistry was coming out. It was coming out.
Yeah, I got to tell you, like, what's this, Patricia? Nothing new
That's
under the.
Patricia. Nothing new under the sun.
I mean, everything, I guess you could say it is like recycled something, but you make
Uh-huh.
it your own. It's, you
Yeah.
know. Like maybe I am an element of this and this and this, but I'm Gail Donnelly. That's me.
There you go.
And
There you go.
but what were we just saying? I'm sorry, I forgot. I got
No,
distracted by.
I was just giving you your prop of what it is that fed me watching your clips as an artist, of the directness of what I felt.
Yes, and that's another thing too. Another thing that I want to just like my 2 cents is
Come on. Yeah.
especially for younger artists, like I think there's so much focus on, especially TikTok and stuff like, oh, that you have to do like this way, and everything has to be perfect. And I think to be imperfect, to just do what comes to you at the moment, like you got to just let it flow. It has to be natural, or it's
That's
just,
right. That's right.
people can sense that.
They can't
They sense
tell.
when you're not real.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's one thing that I always just try to stay in my zone and just go with the flow. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. Giving your galeness of it all. That's what it is, It's who you are. Can you do you are would I put you on the spot if you did something live for us?
Not at all. I'd love to. I actually was just
Please.
setting up while we were trying to get
Please.
online before.
Okay.
So let's see. I don't know if you had anything like in particular.
Oh no.
If you want to
Whatever
request.
it is that you want to feed us with, we're ready.
Oh,
We're
jeez.
ready.
All right. So this song, let's see. So, just want to get like a good. And I'm never
Perfect.
happy with these.
Hey, it's great.
All right. So let's see. What do I want to do? Mm, all right. This is a song from my album 2020. By the way, just a little you know, got to do the promo thing.
Please,
For those of
please.
you who like this conversation we're having, please check out my music. Follow my Instagram. I am Gayle Donnelly. You know, I'm on Facebook as well, Gayle Donnelly Music. YouTube channel, and I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, all those streaming platforms, and even on Amazon you can buy, and at my gigs you can buy a physical copy of my album CD
Right on.
form. So I have one called 1010 and one called 2020. These are my first two albums that I ever put them out last year. It was like an at-home during the pandemic project. I learned the recording software and everything myself, and I'm very proud of it. You know, we all have our like little, like we're our own toughest critics, but I'm overall happy with it. And so this is from the album 2020, and this is a moment in my life when it didn't feel weird to say I love myself. This is called Beautiful Men. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by the noises.
No problem.
Like, can you hear me all right though?
We can hear you great.
All right.
Yep, we can hear you great.
My house doesn't get a lot of light, so I leave my front door open for the light. But here we go. Beautiful woman. I'm in love with a beautiful woman. She's everything I needed in my life. Yeah. She can do anything, 'cause she says I'm beautiful, my too. And so can I. A breath of spring to the heart, and she doesn't mean to be. Yeah. Bringing light to every soul she meets. Walking down the street, she cannot blow. Short tongue, never on mine. So fine, who's so very kind. If you think that love at first sight, baby, then surely you must be blind. Ooh, I've been so lucky to find such a beautiful woman in me. I tried to true with my love for this beautiful woman. She's like nothing that I ever knew. Everything Yeah. But she wants to be herself, by herself like no one else, yet you never feel lonely. Yeah. She listens to know about the song word in her heart. And every time she starts to do, I feel spread her wings and fly now. Oh, she's wild and free. A simple story to see. But I hardly can believe, yeah, that this woman is me. Loving me for who I am as best I can. Be real good to me now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 da, 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 whoa, da, da, oh, yeah, yeah, woo, woo. Yeah,
Come on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do do da da da. Do do da da. That's bad. You are a soul songwriter, sister, and a
Aw.
singer. My goodness.
Aw. Thank you so much.
Oh, that hooks. You got a hook. You are a songwriter.
Thank you so much. That
Your
means
chord changes, your feels, your delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we do this format. Indie Fam and Positivity Pasta. You know when Victor Brooks gets these, y'all know who watched the show. I get these goosebumps because I'm feeling it here. This is why we do it. Ladies and gentlemen, your artistic expression is what it's all about. It's you. It's what we need. Write those books, write those poems, paint those pictures, take those photos of photography, y'all. Cook those artistic culinary dishes. Give the stand-up comedy, but the delivery like that. Oh my goodness, what Lady Donnelly just gave us just now, it's from the soul. It's from her heart. You felt it. I felt it. Now, what do, y'all? We support, we follow, we download, we go to iTunes, we go to Spotify, we go, if she's open, I can't answer for her, but if she wants to collaborate, I don't care what it is. This is who we are. This is why we do the show. This is why I get the emails from y'all. That's why in the past few months, we have over 1,700 Indie Fam members around the world that we are supporting each other. This is why. This is why. That is so bad. That's it. That is out of sight, girl. You got a gift. You got a gift, and your gift is medicine for the world. It's what we need. It's what we need. Thank you for sharing that with us today.
That song was so much fun to record. Actually, so like I highly recommend like y'all just go listen to that. Like, I mean, listen to all of it, of course, but you know, listen to that track. It's very special to me because when I first got the idea for that song and I, you know, got a little like recording down on my phone, there was this stuffed titmouse outside, this little, I'm a big bird person, so.
Got you, right on.
So I like, there's all these like bird sounds, that I recorded on my phone. I put them on the track, and just a lot of cool like backup vocals and
Yeah,
fun things.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
yeah. And actually, okay, so this is something that I don't people are probably like, what is she talking about? Because I put this in my stories once in a while. I'll just put like, that's the one.
Yeah.
And what it is like, so there are a bunch of different bird sounds, and then you hear that tufted tip.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Uh-huh.
it has to be in the recording. And you hear me out, like I've set the phone outside, and right before I put the phone down, I heard that bird noise, and I'm like, that's the one. So
Wow.
that's what you hear me whisper that
Gotcha.
in the recording. I'm
Gotcha.
like, I have to leave it in there.
You never know where it's going to come from. You never know where it's going to come from, you know? But the fact that you're open to it, that's the magic. That's the
Yeah.
magic. Oh, Gayle, thank you for joining our Indie Fam series. Thank you
Thank
for being
you.
part of the family now. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, this made my whole weekend. Like, I mean, I've been having a great weekend, but this is
Right
like no
on.
experience. Just music, talking about music. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you.
Hey, Gayle, reach out anytime. Reach out anytime. And if whatever else that you are putting out, we want to support it. We want to put it out there. We want to let the people know, hey,
Yeah.
we connected now. Okay. We got you back, girl. Keep on keeping on. And that hook's never leaving my brain. It's there.
No,
You're a
me
songwriter, sister. Much love and much respect, Gayle. You got
same.
it.
Thank you.
You got
So,
it. You got it. Talk to you later.
all
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen, you know how we do it, y'all. And for those of you all who will be watching on our bigger audience who watches on the recorded, and those of you all who I have my list of different I'm going to call them promoters and producers and people or publishers, whatever, that I send on my list out of my personal support of not just here on the format every day. Y'all, this is why we do what we do. We want to know the artist, and we want to know their journey. We want to know what it is that calls us to their artistry and their creativity. We want to know what it is that pulls us to make us feel, and that we know that this artist is speaking something I need. This artist is giving me the medicine I need right now. It's because this is the format that lets us know who they are, what they're about, where they've come from. And as our guest today, Gayle Donnelly, just so openly and real gave us, y'all, is that, we could feel it when she broke into her original piece. Come on, y'all. That's what it's all about. Go follow, go download, go to support, go to her page here on Instagram. Keep informed about what she's doing. Let her know send her the message to let her know what her artistry is doing for you. And we're going to keep you posted, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to let you know over and over and over again. Come and join us, y'all, every Sunday at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock p.m. And as you see, today we've gone 3 o'clock today. Sometimes we may go 4 o'clock. It depends on how we're rolling, right? So, and how the scheduling goes. But we know 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, p.m. We're going to come at you. There may be some Sundays we may not join because of pre-scheduling or because of something else. But for the majority of the Sundays, we will be right here at that time zone. And like I always say, y'all, come on back and get some of that positivity on you. Take a bath in it. Take a shower in it. Scuba dive in it. Skinny dip in it if you want to. Just jump in that pool of positivity and creativity. And when you come out, sprinkle it on as many people as you can, because that's what it's all about. And we'll see you next time on the Victor Brooks Show Instagram Indie Fan series.